Alright, what's going on, everybody? My name is Monster, and welcome to the aABL Week 2 battle. Unfortunately, I did not have enough time to record a team builder, as this match was early in the week, and the best days for me to record are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I believe we did this on Monday, which isn't a problem scheduling-wise. This might have been on Tuesday, I really don't remember. But yeah, this week we face Jack and the Los Angeles Larvitars. He had a really scary team in prep. I don't really have a lot of good answers for some of the stuff on his team, but to give you a rough idea of what I brought Belly Drum, Figi Berry, I think, one of the 50% berries, Lanoon, Life Orb, Infernape, Rocky Helmet, Defensive Donphan, especially defensive Rotom, especially offensive Jirachi, and just pretty much standard Mega Diancie with HP Fire, I think, for the Mega Scissor. In terms of what he brought, I see the Mew, and looking at my team, I have absolutely nothing to deal with Mew. And then he brings a Moongus, and at first glance, I think I have a decent matchup against a Moongus and Scizor and Greninja, like purely because of Infernape. But yeah. So in terms of leads, Rotom Wash gets a really free Volt Switch on anything that he wants to lead with. So I just lead Rotom Wash straight off the bat as he leads Mew. Because he's leading Mew, I pretty much figure he has to go for rocks here. So I just Volt Switch out and I get in my Jirachi. That turn was where I realized that I had absolutely nothing to hit Mew with. Like, the only thing I have is Shadow Ball on this Jirachi set. But other than that, I have literally nothing. So, I do go for Shadow Ball here, I believe. Yeah, I go for Shadow Ball here, and I don't do any kinds of damage to this thing. And he goes for Earth Power, and it's a 3-hit KO because I do have a lot of bulk. So then I switch into Rotom Wash as he shows the roost. So at this point in the game, I'm pretty far on the back foot, purely because I have nothing to hit Mew as hard as I need it to be hit. And that really sucks. So at this point, the only thing I was thinking was that because I can't actually hit Mew very hard, that I had to Toxic it, and the best thing to Toxic it with was Rotom Wash, because I do have Toxic on Donphan, I believe. However, Donphan is physically defensive, and its specially defensive stats are Paper. So I didn't want to take any damage on Donphan because it's my only Mega Scissor check. Or, like, not really my only check, but my best check. So I didn't want to take that much damage on Donphan, so I went into Rotom. So I do get the Toxic off as he goes for a Psychic, and because he's synchronized, obviously I also get Toxicked. That really sucks. That's like really, really bad, because Rotom is my only Greninja answer on this team. It was the only answer I had on my entire team for Greninja, because Serena would have been wrecked by an Ice Beam. So here he goes into a Moongus as I Pain Split. I get some nice recovery back, but the Toxic hurts, and then I just Volt Switch because I know I'm faster, and then go into Jirachi thinking that this is a safe switch. I knew he was going to go for Spore, and I didn't have anything that I wanted to be Sleep, and Jirachi very clearly was obviously completely useless in this match, so I figured that Jirachi going to Sleep was the best thing for me. And then here I just try to burn a turn of Sleep going for Psychic as he shows off the Foul Play. So now that I know he has Foul Play, switching in Donphan on this is extremely scary. Switching in Infernape on this is really scary, even though I resist the hit because of how Foul Play works, and it does damage based on your attack. Switching in Infernape is really scary. Switching in Lanoon is really bad, and even switching in Diancie is bad because Diancie is a mixed set. So once he showed Foul Play, I very quickly realized that I had literally the only thing on my team that could kill this was Infernape. And so I go for Psychic here again because with Foul Play I don't want to switch anything in on this, and he actually crits me. He says sorry for the crit, and I think I said it was like unlucky or something, but I think in the grand scheme of things it really didn't matter at all. Like at this point I'm so far behind on momentum. It's actually insane. So here I go into Infernape, which I'm sure was extremely obvious, but I really didn't have any other play. And then he goes into Rotom Heat. So I Flare Blitz, and I do a fairly decent chunk, and he shows to be Rocky Helmet. This is really bad for me. So I take Rocky Helmet damage, Recoil damage, and a Life Orb damage. So, like, that was awful. And then he's also a defensive variant based on that set, which is also very, very bad for me. So I U-turn here, and I take Life Orb and Rocky Helmet damage. So my Infernape is basically useless at this point, which really sucks. And I could have gone into Donphan here, but an Overheat did a fair amount of damage to me, and I was not about it because, again, my best Scizor check is Donphan. So he Volt Switches, and I take a decent amount of on Diancie, but because Diancie's base form is so bulky, it doesn't do that much. Yeah, see, like, I don't know what to feel. I don't know how I feel about spectators. Like, I really wish I couldn't see them in the replay because I honestly got kind of triggered by them whenever I watched this replay back through by myself before this replay. Like, again, Donphan took a lot of damage from an Overheat because I'm a fully physically defensive set. And, yeah, and I wasn't even trying to get Chip on Rotom. I just wanted to U-turn out. I realize now that hard switching was probably the better play. But, I mean, hindsight's 2020. At this point in the game, I'd already thought I lost. Like, because once he showed me that he was a Rocky Helmet set, that means he permanently has a switch in to Infernape, and Infernape is my best check to his team offensively, and it was looking really bad for me. So, obviously I have to switch, and I go into Donphan because Bullet Punch destroys me, and then I showed off to be Rocky Helmet. And then I go for Rocks because Rocks are really good against his team, and that was like one of my main win cons was to get Rocks and whittle down Rotom Heat and Tornadus. And then he goes Amoonguss, and again, to clarify, the only thing I have to kill Amoonguss right now is Infernape, and I cannot switch in Infernape on a foul play. I also expected him to Spore here and not go for a Grass move because I thought for sure that he would think I was going to switch, and going for Earthquake was better for chip damage and stuff like that. So I Earthquake, I do a fair amount of damage, and he actually does Giga Drain. I was astounded by that play. I thought for sure Spore was easily the best play that he could have made there. But he makes a good play, and he goes for Giga Drain. Again, like, foul play at this point kills Donphan. So I have nothing to switch into this. I could have gone into Diancie, I guess, but a Giga Drain would have wrecked me. Foul play kills Infernape. Foul play does way too much damage to Lanoon, and Giga Drain really hurts Rotom Wash. So, like, genuinely, I have absolutely no switch to make here, like, none. So, I stay in, and I try and get the most chip that I can on the Amoonguss. And, again, Jet says I should have Rapid Spin. At this point in the game, Rapid Spin, like, having Rocks up on my side of the field would not have mattered in the slightest. Like, I've already lost this game. Like, honestly, I lost this game turn 1 when I realized that I had absolutely nothing to hit Mew with. Like, legitimately nothing on my team hit Mew. So, yeah, like, spinning Rocks would not have mattered at all. The chip didn't matter at all because he's basically already won this game. Like, I know that's a really bad mentality to have during the middle of a battle, and I completely agree with that, but seriously, from an objective standpoint, I've lost this game, and I lost it turn 1. Because I had nothing from you. So he Giga Drains me. Donphan dies. I no longer have a really good check into Mega Scizor. I can't go Infernape here because, for one, even if I did go Infernape, he has an extremely easy switch into Rotom Heat, and I'm like 99% sure that no matter what move I went for, Rotom Heat would have killed me with Life Orb and Rocky Helmet damage. So I couldn't go Infernape. Rotom Wash is hard-walled by Amoonguss, and I couldn't kill Amoonguss with Diancie, and I would have died to a Giga Drain, or either that or taken a lot of damage from Giga Drain and made whatever damage that I did completely useless to Amoonguss. So, like, again, just to clarify, I had no other play to make on Amoonguss. Like, none. I had no other play to make. Foul play killed Infernape. Foul play did too much damage to Lanoon. Giga Drain really hurt Rotom Wash. And then on Diancie, I don't know the actual calc, but it would have done a lot of damage because I'm a rock type and he is a grass type. So I had no other play to make there. None. Having rocks up on my field doesn't matter because he has permanent switch-ins to everything I have on my team. And he just won the game from this point. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. Like, I had no other play to make than to try and get chip on Amoonguss, and that was easily my best play. So I go into Lanoon, and I'm like, the only thing I can really do at this point in the game is like pray that he chokes and lets me belly drum for free. But he does not do that, and he just foul plays me and kills me. Literally, Amoonguss wins this game by itself. So then I go Infernape, and literally I've already said GG in the chat because I knew it was over. I know he's going to go into Rotom Heat here, so I just close combat. And I kill Rotom Heat, but again, Rocky Helmet and Life Orb, I was 100% dead. And to be clear, the rocks damage there did not matter at all. I literally would have died to Rocky Helmet and Life Orb on that hit, no matter what. So having rocks chipping Infernape there on that switch in did not matter at all, period. So I go into Rotom Wash, and I basically, like, literally nothing happens here. He just spams Giga Drain, and I spam Pain Split. And then I go into Mega Diancie to try and do something. I hit the Diamond Storm, doesn't matter, and then he Giga Drains me and kills me. So I'm pretty confident that Giga Drain would have killed me no matter what, whether or not I took rock chip damage or not. So again, to very clearly clarify, me rapid spinning on Amoonguss would not have mattered at all in the outcome of this match. None. Zero. Earthquake was the play 100% of the time. Like I said, being able, I really dislike being able to see people in this because I was very triggered by the fact that they actually thought that saving Donphan was the play or going for rapid spin was the play when I had no other play to make. And yeah, so I don't know, Jed's a really good friend of mine, and and I understand that he's just he's just trying to give criticism or whatever. But again, my only hope was that he would choke, because again, Rotom Wash got hard walled by Amoonguss. Lanoon was my only win condition at this point in the game. Infernape died to foul play, or it died to Rotom Heat switch again. Literally doesn't matter. Diancie died to Giga Drain. So my only hope was that Lanoon would be able to get a belly jump for free. I really don't think they were looking at this from an objective standpoint. I don't really know if it was an objective standpoint, but they weren't looking at this the correct way, in my opinion. I 100% had absolutely no way to win the game, from turn one. Rotom Heat permanently switched in on Infernape 100% of the time, and I was Life Orb, so I would have taken way too much recoil damage for Infernape to do anything in this game. Mega Scizor destroyed Diancie. Greninja actually ran my team a new one if Rotom Wash died. Amoonguss hard-walled my entire team if Infernape was dead. I have nothing for Tornadus Therian. The only thing I would have had is Jirachi, and it died very quickly, and I had absolutely nothing to hit Mew with. So I lost this game in prep. Straight up, my prep was garbage, and I lost this game in prep. That's exactly what happened. No matter, literally any play I made didn't matter. I had no way to win this game, in my opinion, because my prep was just trash. Turn one, I realized my prep was trash when I had nothing from you. Nothing. So, yeah. I do understand, they're just trying to analyze the game in their way, but I promise you, if you were to play the game, you'd be making the same plays I'd be making, because you would realize that I had no way out turn one. So, yeah. Good game to my opponent, though. His prep was really, really good, and he played the way he had to win the game. I think he played very well. Not trying to fault my opponent here at all. I'm really just got kind of triggered by the things they were saying in the spectator chat. because I really don't think anything they were saying was correct at all. Like, not even slightly was anything they were saying correct. So, yeah. So that puts us at 1-1 with a +1 differential because I 6-0'd my first week, and then I get 0-5 week 2. So that's I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty embarrassing. Like, I'm actually like really frustrated at that outcome. I would have been fine with losing if it was like a more competitive loss, but it was extremely apparent that my prep was nowhere near as good as his. And then for all I know, this could have been matchup based because literally the team he brought, I don't think there was any combination of Pokemon that I could have brought that would have actually beat this team. So yeah, like he won this game in prep, and full props to him. He played really well. But yeah, this result will not happen again. I guarantee you, my prep is going to be spot on every week from now. I'm not going to lose a game in team preview. No, that is never going to happen again. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will do my best to upload a team builder for the our week 3 match in aABL. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching the video, and have a good day.